I just upped my Zoom stuff and I'm actually paying for it now. So there's all these new fancy buttons. So bear with me as I figure it all out. Okay, so I don't see any like super duper new people on, but I wanted to start out with some like welcome. I know we're gonna have some brand new people on probably here in a minute. It might take them a few minutes to figure out how to work the whole Zoom thing. But let's start by everybody, even if you're not new. Let's do sharing like name, where you're from, and what your favorite, like your current favorite product is. And to make it easier, I'll just call on people that are across my screen. Let's go. Erin, you're first.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Erin Atkinson, and I live in Oklahoma, Ripley, Oklahoma. My favorite product, right now I'm stuck on stoneware because I don't have a lot of the new stuff in yet. It's supposed to come in this next week. So right now I'm on stoneware.
Very cool. It's actually one of our like most popular products since like the beginning. So it's hard not to like the stoneware. Perfect. Okay, how about Anita? Your turn. Let me unmute you. Hold on. There we go.
Okay. I'm Anita. I'm from Oregon, and I also don't have a ton of stuff yet. I pretty much just have what came in my kit. So, but I've been loving the manual food processor. I actually made some baby food this morning with it. So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
All right, let's go Maya.
Hi, I'm Maya. I am in Central Oregon, and my favorite product is the Quick Cooker.
Yay! Everybody loves
Yay! Yeah.
All right, Casey, you're up. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta unmute you. Hold on. There you go. You're unmuted.
I am from Castle Rock, Washington, and my favorite is definitely the Quick Cooker with my current living situation.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Casey is living out of, is it a toy hauler? What is it?
No, just a 36-foot travel trailer.
Only a 36 foot.
We've been in it since July. It's okay. We only have like another 9 months.
Oh, that's nuts.
We're building a house, y'all. I don't really just plan on staying in the 36-foot trailer. We are building a house, so that's why.
Okay. How about Jen's muted? Is Chandra? Chandra, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. What name? Obviously, we know your name, but where are you from and your favorite product?
I'm from Mill City, Oregon, and my favorite product also is the Quick Cooker.
Everybody's got to have that Quick Cooker. I'm telling you. All right. Let's see. We have more people hopping on. Let's go. Jen. Are you trying to unmute yourself? There you go.
I'm Jen. I'm from Portland, Oregon, and I think right now my favorite product is the new wok.
Yeah. Does anybody else have the new wok? Anybody?
Nope.
Yeah.
Get it.
I have it, but it went straight to the storage unit because I don't have enough room in the trailer.
Oh, well, you're going to love it when you get it.
I can't wait.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so for those of you who are just hopping on, we are doing a little bit of sharing. Let's go, Brandy. Your name, where you're from, and what your favorite product is.
Brandy Grube, Bend, Oregon, and my most favorite product is my 9-inch knife that I have. Sorry.
Ooh, the knife. I always forget how great our knives are. I mean, my kitchen's stocked of it, but they are pretty amazing. Great, thank you for sharing. Okay, let's go. Oh, we have more people on. So I'm gonna call out the gal who literally just signed up like 30 minutes ago. And I'm totally gonna butcher your name. Is it Avenel? Let me see if I can unmute you. Are you able to unmute yourself? There we go.
Yep, it's Avenel.
Avenel. Okay, I have been pronouncing it right. I'm like, I feel like I'm totally butchering that name.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
So we're doing a round of introductions. So your name, where you're from, and what your current favorite product is.
My name is Avenel Peters. I live in Buckhead, Georgia, and that's the real Buckhead, not downtown Atlanta Buckhead. And my favorite product I just actually purchased a month ago is the Quick Pot.
Yeah. We have like half of everybody on here is saying the Quick Cooker is their favorite product right now.
I love it.
Yes. Okay, let's go. Kat, can you unmute yourself and share?
Okay, am I unmuted?
Yes.
Sorry, I joined in late, so it's name and what else?
Name, where you're from, and what your current favorite product is.
So I'm Kat, and I live in Salem, Oregon, and my favorite product is, well, I should say favorite products are the nonstick pans. Those are amazing.
I agree. Okay, let's go. Ashley, are you there? Can you hear us? Your screen's, I think, frozen. Okay. What about Brittany? Brittany, are you there?
I'm here.
Yay!
Hey.
Turn
Sorry,
your
I'm
camera on. Let's see your beautiful face.
I'm riding the struggle bus with this thing.
Are you able to turn your camera on?
I am working towards that currently. Bear with me.
Okay.
There we go. Maybe that'll work. No? Still no? Okay, well, how about I just tell you that I'm Brittany Underkoffler. I'm from Texas, and my favorite product is the indoor-outdoor grill. That thing is amazing.
Yay! Even though I think, didn't we struggle to get you that initially?
Well, I think they just really, really wanted me to have the Quick Pot.
Oh,
I was just dead set on the grill, so they sent me the Quick Pot instead, so we sent it back. But the grill, oh my gosh, yes, absolutely.
Yay! Okay, looks like Vicky hopped on. Vicky, do you want to unmute yourself and share who you are, where you're from, and your current favorite product?
Yes, hello,
Oh.
I'm Vicky Hagerty. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here, I guess. I'm from Cloverdale, California, and I love the whole line of products, but stoneware is my favorite right now. Was that what you wanted?
Yes, that is perfect. Okay,
Thank you.
so I think most everybody who said they were going to hop on is going to be on at this point. And I'm kind of switching things up because there are a lot of like brand spanking new people on here. It's crazy. In the last, let me make sure everybody's muted. In the last 30 days, our team has added 18 brand new people, and that is like crazy sauce. So there's a lot of new consultants and not really knowing what to do, where to go, first steps, because that is a lot of growth in such a short amount of time. So first off, I want to kind of announce something that I've decided to do. Me and Jen, who's another director on our team, have talked about creating a system that's a little easier for the amount of growth that we're seeing and we're about to see with the brand new special this month of the $39 kit, which I know some of you on here have actually taken advantage of. So what we're going to do is typically with new consultants, it's great to do like a one-on-one initial first call to kind of introduce them and get their goals planned out and what you guys want to do with your businesses and like basically your first 30 days. But with so many brand new people, that can be very difficult and time consuming. So to boost the effort, I have decided to run a program every week, and it'll be like via Zoom, just like this, for every single new consultant in the week prior. It'll be like a quick 15 to 20 minute call with some time for questions. So if you're brand new, the first one is going to be on this coming Tuesday, and it'll be at 4:15, and that's Pacific time. So whatever time zone you're on, kind of figure out where that's at. East Coast, 3 hours ahead, whatever. But it'll just kind of be to go over what you guys want in your first 30 days, kind of gauge where you're at and how we can better assist you in your first 30 days to be successful. And it's also going to be a learning curve for those who have recruited or who are seasoned consultants on our team. So if you personally have recruited someone and want them on that phone call, be sure to be on that phone call as well so that you can kind of gauge how you're going to start onboarding your consultants, because this month is, like I said, going to be crazy sauce. So last year in September, some of you know this, some of you are brand new, but last September, Pampered Chef offered a $29 kit that was basically just paperwork. There were no products involved. It was still super exciting because Pampered Chef had never offered that before. And that month, our team doubled in size by adding 26 new consultants. So I'm kind of going off of what happened then to gauge how I want to kind of approach it now, because it was so chaotic that I didn't feel that everybody kind of got the best onboarding and training that was possible. And I want to make sure that each and every single one of you is successful. And I also want to help train everybody else to help their new consultants. So that's kind of my thought process. It's very brand new. It's going to be kind of a learning curve for all of us as we go, since it's going to be groups and not like one-on-one personally. But if you do, with that being said, if you do prefer one-on-one, like goal setting and figuring it all out, we can do that too. This is just kind of a group effort, and it'll be a lot easier in the long run. But if you want the one-on-one as well, don't hesitate to reach out. It'll still happen. That's what we're here for. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this month, since March 1st was obviously our spring launch. So as far as bookings goes this month, I know some of us are still a little frustrated about bookings. Some of our calendars aren't as full as we would like. Brand new consultants, clearly yours might be a little empty right now, so don't be scared, don't be worried. We'll get some parties booked. And I also have some words that I'm going to share on the team page that will help, whether you're a new consultant, whether you're a seasoned consultant. I'm going to start adding more words as far as bookings goes to help everybody. And if you guys have ideas, like Tacey, Jen, if any of you have some great ideas that's working for you currently and you want to post those, feel free. Like, let's all share, because I mean, we all want solid calendars, right? So really quick about the of course she goes, she turned her camera off right as I'm about to ask her to do something. So thank you, Jen. So last September, I know a few of you are actually in a program right now called Director Bound, which is just promoting in the business to build a team and build a paycheck and kind of work your way up the ladder in the company. And I wanted to ask Jen to share a little bit, because when she promoted to director was the month of September, when that $29 kit was available. And she went from a consultant with nobody on her team. She recruited the people she needed to become a director, and she hit director in 1 month's time, which is, once again, crazy sauce. Like, I didn't even do this. She's amazing. I just wanted to kind of have her share how she did that, because I know a few of you on here are looking towards leadership. And if you are brand new and you're curious about leadership, don't hesitate to reach out, but also maybe just listen and see if it's something you're interested in. And so a little bit about directorship. So to be a director within Pampered Chef, you just have to have 5 active consultants underneath you, meaning they have $150 in sales per month, or that month. You yourself have $750 in sales, and as a team, so like all 6 of you, have $5,000 in sales. And it might sound intimidating at first, but when you have roughly like 2 to 4 parties a week, or not a week, 2 to 4 parties in your first couple weeks, or like 4 to 6 parties in 1 month, it's totally possible. We have great outlines as far as templates go. I'm always willing to share my template with you guys. I typically only share 1 template And then I have you branch out and kind of edit and do your own template, just so every month everybody's is going to be a little different, because Facebook is stubborn occasionally and likes to flag us for overusing multiple posts. So with that said, Jen, would you mind unmuting yourself and kind of sharing what you did that month and kind of how you leveraged that $29 kit?
Well, obviously, I mean, when we announced that it was $29 and I knew that directorship was something I wanted, I just basically asked every single person in any parties, any past hosts, if they were interested in the business. And at $29, you can't really pass that up. So we just recruited. I think most of them were recruited in the first 2 to 3 weeks, and then that last week and a half to 2 weeks of the month, we just really pushed, and I recruited 6 people that month, and we hit the $5,000, and I've been a director ever since. So just keeping up with your team and giving them the best training that they need, and obviously reaching out to your directors if you need help with that training, like I did. I was still fairly new. I think I was in the business for 3 months, Danny, if that. So,
or actually, no, you were, I believe that was that your it might have been your 3rd month, because you fast tracked to director.
It fast track. So, which fast track is when you hit it by the end of the month within your first 90 days. So we pushed and we hit it, and yeah, so you can do it as long as you put your mindset to it, and it's a lot of work, but it definitely pays off in the end, and your paychecks will definitely reflect that.
And the bonus for her fast tracking, meaning that you hit that requirement in your first 90 days. So for all you newbies, this is a perk for you. When you fast track to director in your first 90 days, you actually get a $500 bonus. And if you retain that title for the next, was it 2 months, Jen?
3 months, you get another $500 bonus.
3 months. Okay, so 3 months
for becoming a director.
Yeah. So you can get $1,000 in your first 6 months, but also if you promote to something called advanced director, meaning you have another director underneath you, in your first 6 months, you can get another $1,000 bonus. So there's a lot of money in fast tracking in the company when you're brand new. So that is something to talk about. I had some other things planned, but with so many new people on here, I kind of wanted to open most of this up for like question and answer, because I know being so new, some of you are going to have a lot more questions, and I didn't want to wait until Tuesday for that brand new call to get some of the questions answered. Does anybody have anything, or does Jen or Tacey have anything they want to share right now? No? No questions? That can't be possible. Okay, here's a question. Who has a goal of how many parties they want for March already? Only seeing like one hand, you guys. Okay. So you have that goal. Have you reached that goal? Have you guys filled those calendars? No. Okay. Are you guys wanting help on words for booking more parties? Yes? No? Yes? Okay. Always. Okay, so one thing that I'm doing right now that seems to be working, this is helpful for new people as well, is really just showing the new products. I know some of you are brand new and you don't have the new products, but you can always use the marketing imagery in our back office that they supply us with. And just occasionally, okay, so rewind. So on my Facebook, I am very balanced in what I post. I don't run like a Facebook group page for my business. I run everything through my personal page. So for me, it's really important that I have an equal balance of work posts and personal posts. And so like a lot of you know that like I post a lot about my kids. I love to prank my husband. So you guys see me like scaring him with blow horns, air horns, throwing ice cold water on him in the shower. Like it's just fun for me and I think it's hilarious. But then I also do post about my business, and it's not like salesy. I try to use my products and show them off. Or like yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I was making hash browns with my son and he used the brand new Quick Prep food grater. And so that putting that out there and people being like, oh, well, what's that? I think I might need that. Or I, for example, had posted last week that I was using my Rock Crock and it was the slow cooker. And a gal who has one of the Rock Crocks but doesn't necessarily have the slow cooker stand reached out to me and was like, hey, how much is that slow cooker stand? So I personally didn't even have to reach out to this person, but they were intrigued by my post, so they reached out. And I ended up turning it into a booking. So when they asked about the product, I was like, yeah, no, it's such and such dollars, but did you know that you can get it for either free or half off as a host? Is that something you would be interested in doing? And so it's as easy as asking questions while you're having these conversations with people. For new people, what I want you guys to do though is sit down and make like a list of 10 people in your life that, whether they're your friends, your family members, but reach out to them and just kind of say, hey, so I just recently decided to jump feet first into a new business venture. I decided to become a Pampered Chef consultant. I'm super excited to share all these new products with you. This month, they just launched brand new spring, summer items. Would you be willing to help me kickstart my business by hosting an online party with me? And then you can kind of go from there. And if you guys are struggling with getting bookings, or you're reaching out with the words that we're providing you with, and you're still struggling and still getting no's, do me a favor and, sorry, my cord is like completely, okay. Do me a favor and like screenshot the conversation before you even respond. Send it to me, send it to your director, your team leader, whether it's Tacey, Jen, Chelsea, me, all of us are willing to help. But even if you get like a no thank you, or no, I don't really have the time right now, there's always ways to work around the objections, because people might feel like they don't have the time, and we're not trying to push them in a way that they feel like, okay, well, they're just not going to back down. I'll say yes, and then potentially later they're just going to like ghost us. We're doing it because we want to help them get free products. And same goes with offering the business. I really try to get to know somebody, and I'm not just going to shoot like, hey, do you want to join my business? Because not everybody needs this in their life. I mean, everybody needs this in their life, but they might not feel that way, and they aren't going to work their business. And so I feel like when you build a relationship with someone, whether it's asking for a booking or asking to join the team, the relationship is really, really going to help, because I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to feed you guys this, and it's not, I don't know. I feel like it's sounding like it's a load of crap, but it's not. But I'm a very genuine person, and when it comes down to it, I really care about the people who I'm interacting with. And so when you have a chance to help someone, whether it's helping them pamper their kitchen with products, free products, half price, whatever, like, that is something that I love to do. So, yeah, does anybody have any questions about what I just said? I feel like I'm rambling at this point. Anyone? No? You guys are so quiet. Jen, do you have anything that you want to share?
I don't think so, but
No?
if anyone has questions about recruiting and fast tracking to a director in 1 month's time, feel free to message me and I'll give you my best tips.
Perfect.
So
I wanted to.
one thing I will say is you never know who this opportunity could help. So it never hurts to ask, because I have a couple people on my team that it was a shot in the dark, and it just ended up helping them quite a bit. So
perfect example actually is her. So Jen is my sister. She is my older sister. But when I first started, I had been asking her, I was like, I know what this could do. Because in my very first month of business, so a lot of you don't know my initial story, so I guess I'll share that right now. When I first started, I was a stay-at-home mom. I was doing daycare from home because my husband was a traveling insurance salesman, so he was gone a couple weeks at a time, and I was doing daycare to kind of help with our bills because his job was actually costing us more than it was bringing in, his traveling expenses and everything. It looked good on paper because he was submitting all these insurance policies, but with those policies comes rejection, and people's policies would either get canceled or they would sign up and then they would cancel it, or they wouldn't get approved. So it looked like he was going to be making a ton of money on paper, but then everything would fall through. And in like 3 months time, he spent, or no, it was like 4 or 5 months time, he spent almost $19,000 in expenses, and he was only making about $8,000. So that money we did not have, and basically my daycare was not even cutting it for our bills. So we were completely broke, and I was a guest at a party of someone who literally I had gone to school with all the way up until high school, but we never really talked. We were just Facebook friends. And the consultant reached out to me, asked if I wanted to host a party. I said yes, of course, because I'm a kitchen junkie, if you can't tell from that. But I just wanted the free product because I knew I couldn't afford any of the discounts or whatever. And then throughout my party, she, of course, was asking me if I wanted to join the business. And in my head, I was like, gosh, no, because this was literally the 6th company that I had worked for, like that I was even thinking about working for. And all 5 of the other ones, I failed hard, guys. Like, I spent more money than I made. I didn't have the support from my husband because it wasn't making me money and I was spending more than I made. And so at the end of my party, I'd earned a kit credit, and my consultant asked me one last time. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll totally do it, but it's only because I have that kit credit and I wanted the biggest kit there was. And since my husband was out of town, I put it on a credit card that he couldn't see. And so he couldn't get too mad. But at the same time, I told her, I was like, guys, if I don't make this money back in my first 30 days, it's probably going to cause me to get a divorce, because we literally, like, this is our last bit of money that we have. And I just spent it on kitchen stuff. Like, I was scared. And so she knew how important it was to me, and we knew what I had to do. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to make this money back because of my past experiences with direct sales. And in my first, I think, 2 weeks, I had already earned back my money because I knew in my head I needed to do certain things to get to my goal. So in my first month of business, I think I made sure to have like 8 parties on my calendar. And for a new consultant, that's like, oh my gosh, that's a lot. It was so overwhelming, but I kept at it. And I had a couple parties that didn't do very well, but you will always get that. I get that. People that are literally the tip top of the company still get that. So don't get discouraged if you ever have a party that just completely flops. It happens, and we move past it. And we are excited for that next $1,000 party that we're going to get, right? So, but yes, so in my first 30 days as a consultant, I earned back the money I spent on a kit times like 5. I ended up making my very first paycheck as a consultant was over $1,300. And of course, that right there is enough to like fuel you. And granted, my story is not going to be your story or the next person's story, but it can happen. And if you put yourself in the right mindset of what you need to do to get these goals done and push past all the obstacles that come your way, and plus the support of a massive team, not just ours, because ours is very small compared to the massive amount of people that are actually not above us, but like throughout our organization. I have just found that the support system with this company is honestly what kept me going in the beginning and what made me so successful, because I was pushed a little past my comfort zone starting out, and I think that was really where the magic happened for me. So if any of you on here are sitting here thinking, oh my God, that sounds scary and I don't want to do it, or like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine doing that, step a little bit more towards the edge of that comfort zone, and I promise you that that is where the magic is going to happen in your business. Actually, since I'm talking about this, Maya, I was wondering if maybe you would share, because you have this big, serious, hairy, scary goal of yours when you heard the word Paris, and I am like super inspired by this girl. So she started, and she heard that within the company, there's this thing that if you promote to a certain level in the company by August 31st, that you can earn a trip to Paris. And that's what my goal is right now too, one of my goals. But she is a lone soldier currently, but she has been, I swear, working like day and night, talking to people, booking parties, getting parties done, talking to people about the business. And she just like won't quit, you guys. And I love it. Maya, would you share a little bit about, I don't know, like what excites you and what keeps you going? And you've probably hit a few obstacles, but what are you doing to kind of push past that?
Just being diligent, really. I mean, there are a lot of people that say no, but you have to just work past that. And that was the hardest part for me, was every time I got a no, it kind of was like, oh, dang, you know? And then you just kind of have to pick yourself up and go to the next one, because you will get the yeses. That's kind of what you have to work towards, is overcoming the no's and getting the yeses. But yeah, the Paris trip really got me going, because not only is it freaking Paris, but it's also my husband and I's 20-year anniversary the year that they are offering that trip. So I was like, that would be amazing to be able to take him there. So I don't know. Yeah, I just overcoming those no's and those obstacles when you feel like you're kind of in a rut, just kind of keep going, really. And so I always like to say share screenshots, and I feel like I've said that so many times, and not a lot of people actually take advantage of that. But Maya is like messaging me every single day, and I love it, you guys. Yeah.
Like, yeah. I'm telling you right now, don't stop messaging me. Like, you're not bugging me. I am here to help each and every single one of you. If you are struggling in your business, if you want help, like, I didn't get to be comfortable in my business by myself. My upline has helped me, and my uplines, I mean, I still have times where I'm like, hey, Kristen, what would you respond to this? Or I need help figuring out this question. Like, I still to this day am reaching out to my upline. So we are here for your benefit. So never feel like you're bugging us. Never feel like you can't reach out to us. Occasionally I won't answer right away. I have just actually told myself that I need to set myself like office hours. So typically on a typical day, I'm trying to force myself to do this. After like 7:30 at night, I'm trying to put my phone down, because I've almost gotten addicted to my business, and it's not as healthy for my personal life, because I do have 2 kids and a husband, and they need attention too. So yes, find a balance in your business, because you don't want to burn yourself out. Especially in the beginning, I felt so burnt out in the beginning, because I was really pushing for huge goals and making that extra paycheck and doing all these things. But don't feel like you have to push yourself to the limit where you're like, okay, I can't do this. Like, it's too much. And
I think the dogs need water.
And if you feel like, I don't ever want you to feel like I'm pushing you to that limit either. I want to help you push yourself just a little bit, and I feel like my sister is laughing at me right now because I push her a little more than most. But if you feel like you need that push, then I'm here for that and I will totally help. But if you feel like I'm pushing too much, let me know too. Like, it's not going to hurt my feelings. I just want to help you guys benefit as much as possible in your businesses that you can. But yeah, I feel like I've talked a lot and I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. I was planning like an hour, but like I said, I didn't want to take up too much time. I wanted to open it up for any questions, and I feel like none of you have questions, and that concerns me. Maybe you're going to think of questions and ask me later. Yes?
I think you just put us all on the spot, so we're kind of like also soaking in what you've said and trying to figure out how we want to make it all work for us as well.
Totally. No, that totally makes sense. I'm going to unmute Anita real quick. You were raising your hand. Okay, you're unmuted.
Okay. So on the becoming a director, so your team has to hit $150. Is that within like their first month, or what's that time frame that they need to hit $150?
So to hit your director requirement, so this is how it's set up. So you yourself have to have $750 in sales, and this is in a month. So 1 month. You have to have $750 in sales. You also have to have 5 consultants on your team who are active with $150 in sales or more. So being active is $150 each month. But as a team, so those are like the minimum requirements, but as a team, you guys have to have $5,000 in sales.
Okay.
And I can also send you that more like shown better on paper. No, you know what? I have a picture that has like all the requirements for all the promotions in the company. I'll send that to you and you can kind of look. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Send it to me too, please.
Perfect. I will. Actually, I'll just post it in the team page.
Yeah, I sent it to Anita. It's probably in our PMs, but
okay,
I don't know.
Perfect.
Look back in our messages, girlfriend.
Kat, did you have a question? I think I saw your hand raised thing. I don't know if that was on purpose or accident.
No, I think I'm just trying to focus on homework and push the wrong button.
Okay. Does anybody else have any more questions before we hop off? Just a reminder about the new consultant training that I'm going to start. I'll post more info on it. Probably not tonight. I have a few other things that I have to do when we get off of here, but I'll post more info on that tomorrow and then post the Zoom link for it. So if you personally have new recruits, or if you are a new recruit and you kind of want to go through the goal setting process, it also gives you a little bit of time to think about all that between now and then. Just make sure to either let your personal recruit, like your recruiter, know. If I'm the one that recruited you, let me know. Whoever it is, just let them know. And then I don't know, I'm trying to figure out the best way to go about it, whether I want to create like a new group. We have so many groups though, and I don't want to overwhelm everybody with groups. So maybe I'll just start, Tacey's shaking her head no. Would like a personal message group work? Or I also feel like we have so many of those going too that I don't know what to do with them. I could do it in the team page as well, because then everybody could hop on if they want and kind of have a learning curve for when they start recruiting. I don't know.
What if we were to do like an event in the group, Danny, like you did for the team meeting?
I was just going to say that. Good job, Jen.
Because people can message in there, and that might be easy for them to bounce questions as well as us to post information for the call.
Okay, yeah, that'll work. I can do that.
And just make the event for like the whole month of March so that it doesn't expire, and then it'll be there. And then when we get new recruits, we can just invite them to the event.
That will work. I think I'll do that. Perfect. Okay. Any last parting thoughts or questions or anything? No? Nada? Okay. Well, I will post a few more things. I'm going to post some, I already have some booking words in the group, but I'm going to come up with some more that are like more current and fresh. And I will post those probably tonight. I'm going to go work on those right now for you guys. And then if you guys want to chat individually, reach out. Don't hesitate. Okay? Yes. Okay. Well, I will talk to you guys later.